Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 28 of Direwolf20's Let's Play Enigmatica6 series, where I've just been babysitting this little latex thingy here. Looks like everything's going well, and what I learned is this stripped? Did it strip? Okay, maybe it did strip. Okay, cool. Neato burrito. So 536. So it cuts it in half. So do I want to go through the hassle of breaking this stripped one, or just let it go? I think I'm just gonna let it go. I think it's fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But what I am gonna do today, real quick, is get the latex processing unit going. So I should be able to knock this out pretty quick and easy. Latex processing unit. I thought I control clicked you, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, I think I know what it did. Yeah, no, okay, that's fair. I know what happened. So latex processing unit, it probably used the redstone block that it used to make, ooh, add-on speed, tier 1. Nice. And that, and by virtue of that, I got conveyor belts as a reward. Nice. Hey, look, add-on efficiency, tier 1. Cool. And a bunch of dry rubber, which is nice. That is what we smelt into plastic. But let's get this latex processing unit going, and I want to see if I can automate this in an intelligible and cool way. So I'm thinking what I'll do is just stick you right back here. Now, if I were to do a crafter, get that cooking, I want to not just convert all my latex into dry rubber, because I feel like that would be a bad move, right? That doesn't seem like a good move to me. Let's do this. Let's see, where's my buckets? Oh, there they are. Cool. I want to go get 2 buckets of water here, because I need the dry rubber for at least this thing that we learned last episode. And I imagine that, like, there's going to be other uses for latex that I'm going to want to automate with it. So I think I'll on-demand craft any dry rubber that we need. How does that sound? Hopefully cool? Hopefully cool? Now, is that good? Can you aqueous accumulate your thing, or no? Do you need to be on either side? I always forget if it works or not. Oh, now he's happy. There he is. Now he's a happy camper, isn't he? So that's cool. Now you, I would like to... Can you not auto output? Come on, dude. Thermal. What kind of augments can I put on you? Expanded tank construction allows for item. Looks like alright, then let's change this up. You dig? So what I'm gonna do is just put you 1 block lower. This way we don't have water just kind of floating in the middle of our room anyway. And then I can use my fluid pipe, like so. And then what we're going to want is, from pretty pipes, we're going to want the fluid extraction module. Now, do you have all the stuff that you have to make for that? I hope. Oh, and then you're going to need this. Now, what was that mess? It just popped out of nowhere for me. Fluid container. Use me on a fluid tank to input my contents into it. Oh, well, that's cool. It's a thing that just happened, isn't it? Now, what's going on upstairs? Is somebody misbehaving, or are we just being impatient? Wait. Low extraction module. There we go. Okay, yes, I was just being impatient. Cool. So I'm assuming what happened is this fluid container thing is like an overflow. Not the end of the world. But if I do this here, are you going to start, or do I have to tell you water? I might have to tell you water. Allowed? Maybe I have to tell you... You're allowing from all sides. So So... don't drown. Okay. So, you know, not for nothing, I wonder if I could put an external storage module. What if we did this? Go with me on this, right? What if we threw an external storage module on you? Cool. Now, I was going to put my crafter on you, but now are you telling me that we have access to the water? Why is Aqueous Accumulator being so weird? Oh wait, external storage module, I don't think I changed you to be fluid mode, did I? Hey, there we go. Now we're cooking. So what we could do, because now in theory you should have water available for other things too, don't forget. But if we wanted dry rubber, right, tiny dry rubber, all we have to do, you're not going to make this easy on me, are you? So what is your recipe per se? I don't actually know the recipe. I don't actually know the recipe. Now that's funny. Let's see what the recipe turns out to be. Because I don't actually know it, I just realized. So that's 1 bucket of that. So what is the recipe? 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of latex. It's 100 to 500? So 100 to 500, okay? So 100 latex, 500 water. Actually, yeah, we'll be fine. 100 latex, 500 water will make a dry rubber. So what I'm going to do, let's get a quick pattern here. Processing mode. Tiny dry rubber. But you're going to be 500 and you're going to be 100. Cool? Cool? Now if I were to insert this dude in here, and now we're getting more of these fluid containers, which is making me a little bit uncomfortable. Not super duper loving this. But if I were to ask for like 20 of these dudes, we're missing a lot of water. So I think the key takeaway here is we can only ask for 4 of these at a time. As it sits right now, probably 8 of these at a time. And then it's just going to dump it all in there. Sweet. That's kind of cool. And then you guys seem to be having some bouncing problems. Now, I was told higher tiers prevent oversending. I call shenanigans. I call shenanigans on that. That is not the case, apparently. I'm going to throw you guys in there, which should speed up this process a little bit too, which is nice. Now I'm going to throw some extra water in there, just because I can. Because we want to kind of clear out what's in there, right? That should be perfect. Nice. Alright, and then we just need the import thing to happen. So if we wanted to get ourselves an importer, we could control-click this dude. And that should be groovy. Nice. Alright, so that's automated pretty good at the moment. Pretty good at the moment. I'm annoyed that the pretty pipes weren't able to extract from this guy into this guy. I don't get that at all. And I definitely like the idea of having a bigger tank of water. So what I might do is let's get an importer. Okay. And let's change this. I think I got some 256K fluid storage parts that I might be able to automate something cool with. Now, in refined, is there a way to make it so that this fluid storage dude can only hold water? Or do I want to use this fluid storage block? I might want to use the fluid storage block. Yeah, that might be what I want to do instead. That might be what I want to do instead. I'm gonna put these guys away. But I'm gonna do this. You ready? Check this out. Rather than having an external storage bus dude there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bucket of water. Boop. I'm gonna have this guy chilling on this side, and you're going to whitelist water. Cool? Now, if we were to come down here and change this dude to be an importer of fluids, aha! How cool is that? Now what we should find is this thing filling up, and we've now got 256 buckets worth of water that's going to be available to us. You like? Because I like. Personally, I think that's cool. I personally think that's cool. And we could do the same with latex. Right? We could do the same with latex. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Part of me wants to do the same with latex. I'm not sure I'm loving this whole setup here. So, like, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do about that. Yeah, this thing spitting items out all over the place is not ideal. One of the things I really want to do in this series is have everything be as perfect as possible. So what we could do... connect you up like that, right? And then if we wanted to, we could have like a bunch of import buses, which I think I'm going to go teach you how to make. Can we make a handful more patterns, please? So import, I would like you to be known. I guess you need to know how to make cables, don't you? So we could get 4 importers. Now, one thing we're going to want to make sure of. I'm assuming that you're still smelting things, yes? Maybe I want this guy to be over here. Because, boy, am I impatient. But there's your 4 importers. Let's make sure that our 256K... this guy... Can I set you to whitelist mode? Now, if I pick you up and place you again, are you still... No, you're in blacklist mode again. Brutal. Brutal. What do you have? Whitelist, ignore, exact mode on, insert, extract, priority. My concern is if I hook this up to the system, he's gonna forget himself a little bit, isn't he? Right? Wouldn't he? We're gonna need to think about that one. Because if I connect this up right away, isn't he gonna start filling up with water right away? Because his default mode is blacklist. So like if I connect him to the system right now on an empty blacklist mode, he's gonna start filling up with water right away. And that would be bad. We don't want that. So what I might do, what happens if I remove you and put you here? You still have your water, but you're on empty blacklist mode, so it forgets those settings. So let's set you to that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have cables here, boop, right? When I wanna add a new one of these, I'll break the cable so that he's not actually connected. And then I can place down my block. I can put you in whitelist with latex. And now when I connect you, you shouldn't be filling up with water. But what I can do is put my importers all set to fluid type. And connect you all with a cable. Cool. And now you should be importing that fluid just fine. Sweet. Okay. Now what are the chances that if I came up here and looked at you, you're 4028. Okay, can I put you in here? 4544, put you in, 4712, perfect. Nice. Now how about you? Sweet. I like it. Now that's nifty. That's what I would call very cool beans. Thank you all. You're welcome, Direwolf. All right. I am down with that. Now you, I assume I can't just shift click you in there. So what I would love is to be able to turn you into a voider. Can I have you void 250k storage block? I feel like I can't. I feel like you don't accept upgrades. Mode whitelist. All right, I have an idea. You ready for this? So what if we got a liquid trash can, an external storage, a little bit of cabling, and you were set to whitelist fluids water with a super low priority, right? So what should be happening now is any water, if I do this, it'll void it. If I pull it out, it'll refill. If I do this, it'll void it. But it'll only void water. And if I ever decide there's other fluids I want to void, I can add them. How does that sound? I like it. So we can literally pull as much water out as we want, and then we'll just void any overflow water that we have. And that's kind of cool. Now, the one downside to this, which I don't think is a big deal, but it does mean that this importer will keep draining from this thing and voiding it. But do I care? I don't think I care, right? Is that? I mean, technically, that probably contributes to tick rate lag a little tiny, teensy-weensy, itty-bitty tiny bit. So if you were on a server, maybe consider not doing something like that just because of tick lag. But I got to imagine that's a very, very, very small amount of tick lag. Enough to not be concerning yourselves with. All right, so next up I want to make the dissolution chamber. That's going to require plastic. So that, and then this. Cool. So you're going to go in there, and one dry rubber to one plastic is going to go in our redstone furnace. So that now, in theory, you should be able to do this. And everybody should be happy. Nice. Okay, quest complete, dissolution chamber. I'm very disillusioned by this quest. Now you're gonna be something automation-y. I guess you could also just live down here with another crafter. One of these days I have to get around to handling all those resources we have upstairs that were mined by our magical miner dude. But we'll get around to it. Importer shouldn't be a problem. Now that we've fully automated this, obviously. Okay. So, and then you also need some power. Sweet. All right. And then one of the things we might want, it's just so much easier doing /home to get upstairs, is how to make simple machine frames. So that's going to be this sequence of events. Now, what's a yellow nether brick from all of the biomes you will go? Is that like just... Oh, it's a replacement for a nether brick. Okay, cool. Got you. Got you, nether brick, gold gear. Now, I don't think you know how to make gold gears yet. Right? No. And then, in addition, do you know how to make nether bricks yet? No. We should add that to the to-do. Okay. So you're going to go into the redstone furnace, and then you guys can go into here. And then the... No, not you. You're going to go into the dissolution chamber. Plastic, nether brick, iron ingots, gold, 0.25 buckets of latex equals one simple machine frame. So that should work now. Let's go downstairs and watch it craft to make sure that indeed it's set up correctly. Yes. Hey, look! It did the thing! Look at the thing it did! Sweet. That is cool! It did it! It did it! You'd think after all these years of being able to automate stuff like this, Dyer wouldn't get excited when he successfully automates a thing. And you'd be very wrong, because I do get excited still. Ha ha ha. I think it's cool when things work out. Alright, sweet. So now all I need is an enchantment extractor, which needs an advanced machine frame. So let's get that on our to-do. Oof, you're going to need pink slime. Because of course you are. That's a whole nother level of automation. That's a whole nother level of automation. Because pink slime is not easy to come by. Laser drill fluids. Machine output is mob slaughter factory. Item draining. Mob slaughter factory. So mob slaughter factory we should look into. That's the one that produces pink slime and meat. Right? Which is a good food source, by the way. Just putting that out there. But I think if we're going to do that, then obviously the thing that we would also want to do is mechanical dirt, right? Like, that would be a thing we'd want to do. But we need some liquid meat in order to get our first bit of mechanical dirt. But then we can mob slaughter factory that from there. These are all black hole tanks and units. Which is fine. Mob slaughter factory. That's the other thing. Is that the one we just did? Yeah, mob slaughter factory. Ooh, and that'll get me a meat feeder. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, liquids that can be piped out of the block. So, mob from Foregoing. There's mob slaughter factory, and then there's also mob crusher. So this one gets you the liquid version of experience from Industrial Foregoing and item drops, where the mob slaughter factory gets you liquid meat and pink slime from mobs. Now, in order to make mechanical dirt, we need liquid meat. So what I think we should do is consider setting up a mob farm. So we'll have mechanical dirt, which I think needs liquid meat, doesn't it now? Mechanical dirt doesn't just spawn mobs all by itself magically. It needs liquid dirt, liquid meat, or some form of stuff. How are we doing on RF usage, by the way? 202. Whoo, getting there. Whoo, getting there, all right. Yeah, so a little bit of a setup to do there. Clearly, some work to be done. So what we should have... Maybe we want to teach you how to make these. Real quick. And the reason I want to teach you how to make these is I need to be prepared to make these. And boy, do we really need more patterns. Boy, do we really need more sand. Missing 4. Sounds like 8 patterns is the way to go here. All right, so Mob Slaughter Factory is probably going to be the next thing we do in order to get liquid meat and pink slime. So in order to get my material stonework factory, which I need, want to have for sand, I'm going to need some pink slime. So that's, obviously going to be a thing. That's going to take a little bit of time. But apparently the Crusher Spirit can get this from gravel. So I'm just curious, are you going to have like ridiculous amounts of... The answer is no. You only do 1 sand per. So, okay, that's fine. All right, so let's get a couple things going first. So first things first, I want to know how to make mechanical dirt. So that shouldn't be a problem, and it should add the liquid meat that we need to the crafting list. So then we can go throw that in the disillusion chamber, and that'll be a good time. Let's also get our mob slaughter factory. So that, actually, no, let's not do that. Mob slaughter factory. So let's kick off all the crafting that you need to do. And then you're going to want a couple swords and a couple of these axes, and Mob Slaughter Factory should be good to go now. Beautiful. Sweet. Okay. Now, was Flux Networks in this pack? Yes, it is. Cool. We should probably consider this at some point. Yeah, it's the traditional approach to it. Okay, cool. But we didn't do any Flux stuff yet. But it's good to know that it's here. Because I might want to do Flux stuff at some point soonish. Like right now we're playing with the whole Ender Cell thing, and boy, we are gonna have to deal with net gain of power. Did it just become daytime? Is that what's happening? Yes, I think the sun is rising. I can't tell because it's supposedly, yes, supposedly raining out, I think. But the gist is power is going up, so that's kind of cool at least. All right, so if we wanted an Ender Cell basic, you need one of these. Yeah, so I should set up auto crafting on this guy right now if I really wanted to. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We should look at doing that. We should probably tweak power a bit. Now, if I were to just experimenting real quick, if I were to do that, no. Okay, good to know. But what we could probably do is something pretty cool. Let's do this. I'm gonna put you here. Now, how much meat did we get from things like cows and whatnot? It's a really good question, right? I remember when we did this in the Let's Play, I was severely underwhelmed by the amount of liquid meat I got. But I think if I get enough liquid meat for 1 Cursed Earth, then we can get lots of liquid meat going forward. But we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. So what if we brought you around to the back of here? And did something like this. I forgot that they do not have a bounding box. So you can just fall right through it, can't you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So now if I were to put you there, Mr. Cow, 200 pink slime and 10 liquid meat. That is comedy. That is a comedy show. That is such a hilariously small number of liquid meat. I remember it being low. I don't remember it being that low. But I do remember thinking at the time, wow, that is a stupidly low amount of liquid meat. I do remember thinking, wow, that is a stupidly low amount of liquid meat. All right, get close to the thing, buddy. There you go. 8 from the 8 liquid meat. Yeah, we need 1,000. Now, if I remember correctly, I feel like zombies and mobs had much better liquid meat turnout than passive mobs. Right? So maybe we wait for nighttime real quick. Is it like almost nighttime? Now everybody keeps telling me to get a hammock in the comments. And yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Don't I need the rope and nail thing? Yeah. I remember the hammock. I didn't want to go hammock because like that's what I did last series. Everybody keeps telling me like, why do you keep trying to find a ritual that's free when you can just get the hammock? Well, the point is that passing the night is free. You just right click on a block and it passes the night immediately. Passing the day is free. So there's 2 reasons, right? I'll give you 2 reasons why. I think it was 4 blocks apart, wasn't it? That I wanted this. Reason 1 is it has to be daytime to use the hammock. Okay? So I can't, if it's like the middle of the night and I want to make it the next night, I can't do this. The same as I can't do this right away. Right? I have to wait until it's the right time of night in order to pass it. With a lot of the magical ones, it just makes it the next night. Like blood magic is perfect. You right click the block, boom, it's the next night. Doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the night, doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the day, etc, etc, etc. Alright, so I've got a zombie brute here. Let's see if this works better. Now, I don't have a great range upgrade on this thing. Boy, you are just annoying, aren't you? He's just like, I want to walk all over the place and not stand in front of this machine that's going to kill me immediately, right? Y'all, please. I just need... You know what I need to do is make a range upgrade for this bad boy. What's involved in making a range upgrade? If I want a decentish one like you... Oh, you want that. Alright, we should the thing. Let's get a +4 range upgrade as like the default, and then if we decide that we want to do more, we'll do more. Deal? Can you make that happen for me? I'm assuming the answer is yes. I'm assuming... Hey, good, the answer is yes. Awesome. Hey, you. Can you just teleport through the wall? That would be super cool. Now, if you were to show working area, much better. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, would you do me a favor and just chill? Thanks. Thank you. See, that's more liquid meat by far. So we just lure these zombies into this area and then they die. You ready? Come on, zombie, come here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap up the episode here. Okay. And come back next time and go ahead and progress more with this stuff. Sound cool? Alright, so for now, Ep28 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll get a bunch of liquid meat between now and then we'll make some cursed earth so we can get lots more liquid meat so that we can do all the fun things that we want to do to make things happen. Hey, look, it's a ow, my goodness, what's hitting me? Come here, baby zombie riding a chicken. Come here, baby zombie riding a chicken. Right this way. Nothing terrible will happen to you. Got enough liquid meat. Nice. Alright. Definitely wrapping up point. Ep28 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.